Hi there, monetizers. Welcome to Conversations with Hetty Online. My name is Hetty The Entrepreneur, and I am South Africa's #1 monetization expert. So today I am going to get a little bit more personal, and I'm going to be sharing with you some of the principles that I have been using to be able to work less but earn more. Now, I know that this is quite a topical conversation. A lot of people talk about manifesting, making more money and earning less and all of those types of things. But what I am focused on in today's video is the actual practical implementation. What does it look like on a scientific, practical level to work less but to actually earn more? And I'm going to share with you some of the top 3 things that I have been implementing within my own business. And it's a continuous journey. So always working on refining the model. So I'm sure there will be an update of this video in a couple of months' time. But some of my discoveries, findings, and the things I've found to work quite well, I feel definitely it is a time to share some of these with you. So I'm going to look at 3 principles that I have been using and implementing within my business to work less but to earn more. Let me know, first of all, within the comment section, how does that sound to you? Doesn't it sound amazing to work less and earn more? Isn't that the vision board? Isn't that the dream? Look, for me, it certainly is. I found myself constantly chasing my tail, constantly exhausted, constantly tired. Money was coming in. I didn't even have the energy to enjoy it. And then I began to think, and it was really a prayer point in my life, what can I do to make this different? Does life have to be so difficult? Do I have to be working 24 hours a day? So these are the top 3 things that I have implemented that I promise you have completely changed my life. And you can look at it within your own business and see if this is something that is relevant or ideal for where you are. Because also remember, and I think this is probably an important thing to actually mention, not everything is for everyone in this particular season. There are seasons where you are grinding. You know, the rubber has hit the road and you are out there and you're chasing your tail and you're getting the deals and you're trying to secure as many client deals as possible. There is nothing wrong with being in that season. Absolutely nothing wrong. I have been there. This, for me, is a different season. It's a season of slowing down a little bit more. It's a season of systematizing better. It is a season of building my long-term strategies for how I want to see my life and business unfold. So if this doesn't apply to you, don't feel bad. Don't feel like there is something wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. Every single one of us have different seasons within our business. All right, so point number 1 that I have done in working less and optimizing more and earning more is optimizing my revenue. Optimizing my revenue. So what do I mean by this? What I've come to realize is the fundamental importance of R1. The fundamental importance of R1 and the value and the role it plays within my life. What I think a lot of us don't realize is because we don't look after the small amounts, we apply the same principle when the big amounts come. So understanding and optimizing my revenue. The best way that I can explain this is to use an example of person A and person B. So let's say person A and person B both earn 100 Rand. They've provided a product, they've provided a service, and their customer or their client gives them 100 Rand. Both of them receive 100 Rand into their bank account. Now, person A, when they receive that 100 Rand, they need to pay staff. They might need to pay for equipment, they might need to pay salaries, they've got different overheads, rental, whatever the case may be. So all of those expenses now equal 80 Rand. That means person A from that 100 Rand has made 20 Rand. 20 Rand is left over. That was me. I used to be person A. Now, the thing about that is that then you end up needing to have lots and lots of clients so that you can accumulate all of those different 20 Rands in order to be able to live a life and pay for your own expenses and pay a salary to yourself and be able to live. Now, how I have transitioned from working less but earning more is that I've been able to restructure my business to move from person A to person B. Now, person B, when they earn the 100 Rand, their expenses are 20%. Their expenses are only 20 Rand. That is for staff, that is for overheads, etc. And they are left with 80 Rand. So what that means is that both of these individuals are both earning and receiving the same amount of money, but their income has been optimized differently. Person A's income is optimized for revenue, meaning lots of money is coming in, but as quickly as it's coming in, it's also going out. Whereas person B, they are optimized for profit. Money is coming in, but fewer amount is going out. So those are the different ways that I then had to look at my business to say, how do I optimize for profit as opposed to revenue? Because revenue does something to the ego. You're excited. Hey, every day bank account, baga. Every day, ding, ding. It's nice, right? But how much of it are you actually retaining? And that is when you have to have that sober conversation with yourself. So optimizing, therefore, for profit means that you need to be able to put systems in place that allows you to retain the bulk of your income and your revenue. All right. So one of the different ways that I did that is, number one, I decreased my staff component. So instead of paying several different people, I have fewer staff members, but they are more efficient and multi-skilled. So even though I may be paying them a higher salary, they are able to do a lot more. And because they are able to do a lot more, it frees up my time to be able to bring in the type of revenue that is optimized. But when you have many staff members and they are not able to have the multi-skill set that is required for you to actually be able to scale your business and optimize it for profit, what ends up happening is you end up needing to dip your hand in several pots, and the usage of your time is not optimized. All right, so the point number one that I've done is optimizing income for profit. Notice that in both examples that I've used, I haven't talked about more income coming in. It's the same income that is being used in a manner that opens up and frees up your time. So when your income is optimized for profit, that 80 Rand that person B is able to use from that 100 Rand income means that they now have more choices than person A. Person A only has 20 Rand out of the 100. Person B has 80 Rand out of the 100. That means person B can go on a holiday, can eat out more, can redecorate their home, can take a day off if they want to, because having more revenue gives you more choices. So that is something that I want you to think about. The second thing that I have been able to do to work less and to earn more is to increase and understand the value of my time. understand the value of my time. When was the last time you calculated the value of your time? Per second, per minute, per hour, per day. When was the last time you did that? You see, when you do not understand the value of your time, you start to do free things. You do free things. Hey, can you come and speak here? Yes, I'm going to come and speak there. It takes you an hour to drive there. You speak for an hour. It takes you an hour to drive back. You think you've given them an hour of your time, when in actual fact, you've given them 3 to 4 hours. How much revenue has that taken out of your business? So it is important for us to be able to actually calculate our effective hourly rate. And let me give you the equation of calculating your effective hourly rate. There's lots of research and studies about it. Go out there and do your own research. All right. And this isn't, please hear me correctly, this isn't to say don't do free jobs. This isn't to say don't put yourself out there in exchange for a barter exchange, etc. Remember the caveat that I put at the beginning of the video. It depends where you are in your business. I've paid my dues. I've paid my dues. I've done the work. So sometimes you might be in the seed planting stage. You might be in the stage where you're still putting your name out there and doing those things. No problem, do it. Do your 10,000 hours, and then you can implement these strategies, okay? So you need to be able to understand the value of your time. Now, the way that you do that is that you want to be able to calculate your effective hourly rate. And that is based on the income that you want to be able to earn versus the number of hours that you are willing to work. Now, when we talk about the number of hours you are willing to work or you want to work in your business, we are talking actual hours. It's not you saying, oh, Hetty, I want to work 5 hours a day, but meanwhile, 2 of those hours are on TikTok. No. We are talking about actual hours that you are working within your business. So, let's say, for example, you want to earn 100,000 Rand a month. What you're going to do then is you're going to say, cool, you write down 100,000 Rand, all right? How many hours do you ideally want to work in your business? You might say, you know what, I want to work 7 hours a day. 7 hours a day in my business, Monday to Friday. So that's 5 days a week. So 7 hours a day, 5 days a week is 35 hours. So that means if you take 100,000 Rand and you divide it by 35 hours, that means your effective hourly rate is 2,857. 2,857. That means if you are being called to speak at a speaking engagement or somebody is asking to use your time and you are building your business to work less and earn more, you should be aiming to at least be getting a revenue that at the very minimum hits 2,857, because that means that is your effective hourly rate. It doesn't mean you're going to hit that tomorrow or next week or even next month. But by understanding your effective hourly rate, it is going to help you to value your time more. It is going to help your brain to adjust and to think, what do I need to do to be able to earn that amount per hour? How should I be charging my consultations? How should I be charging my products, my masterclasses, and all of these various other elements? All right, so that becomes then very important. It also helps you to decipher, is what I am doing right now the best use of my time? Is what I am doing right now the best use of my time? And if it is not the best use of your time, we now come to point number 3. So there are 3 criteria that I now use to get work off my table, off my inbox, and off any other place. Number one, is it the best use of my time? No, it's not the best use of my time. Is this something that we can get rid of? Do we even need to be doing this? No, we don't need to do it. Then, number one, eliminate. Gone, vamos. So it's no longer even a thought. It's not taking up any cognitive power within one's brain. Eliminate it. If you then decide, actually, we do need this thing, so we can't eliminate it, then you need to discover, can we automate it? Because when you automate it, then what we are doing is we're using technology to systematize. So perhaps when somebody fills out a form on your website and they receive an automatic email that tells them the next steps, that's automation. That saves you time. And it saves you having to pay somebody to send that email. And that's how you optimize for profit, because now you're not spending that money on paying somebody to send the email. So if you can't eliminate it, then you want to automate it. Now, if it is something that cannot be automated, then you delegate it. Then you delegate it to a person that is able, that is capable, and that is competent to do it. Because when they're able, willing, and they're competent to do it, you don't need to think about it. And what it does is it frees up your time. And once again, it optimizes your revenue for profit. But now when you don't do those things, you end up doing things that you should have eliminated. You end up manually doing things that you should have automated. And by manually doing things, it costs you time and money, which eats into your revenue. And then you delegate where necessary to the competent person so that you don't need to use any of your cognitive bandwidth to actually manually intervene, which then allows you to spend your effective hourly rate on something that is more meaningful and beneficial to your business, that actually brings in the revenue that is optimized for profit so that you can keep the majority of it. I hope that I'm making sense. This is really very granular. I'm not talking about a hope and pray method. I'm not talking about sitting on your couch and saying kumbaya and I hope that I can work less and earn more. I'm talking about practical strategies that you can implement in order to actually work less and earn more. These are the three things that I'm implementing in my business at the moment, and it's honestly working wonders. Let me know which of these three things you are implementing or thinking of implementing, or if you've received an aha moment, let me know within the comment section so that we can continue the conversation. I really do hope that this has been beneficial, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Let's work smart, let's work within our businesses, and let's continue to build the businesses of our dreams. All right, monetizers, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.